Hey everyone, happy Halloween, and thank you so much again for tuning in. It means a lot to me, as usual. I don't know if you could tell, but I finally have lighting, and it is fucking glorious. I'm so excited about it. You guys have no idea. It's kind of blinding my eyes, so I'm going to try to get through this as best I can. But that way you guys can see me better if you watch the videos, you know what I mean? I want to give a special shout out to my friend Mandy for donating it to me. Thank you so much. I love you. But I have a very special case for you guys for this Halloween weekend. I wanted to go with something with like a horror movie vibe to it, but as I was doing research and taking notes last night, I fucking realized how tragic and sad this case was, and I almost didn't do it, but I feel like if I left a few things out, I could probably get through it better. I don't really know. We'll see how it goes. So just kind of bear with me. It won't be my best. So, I mean, you know. And sorry about, I got my head wrap in. I just got done training. So I'm like, I'm fucking like, ugh. Anyway, so let's get started. By the way, I don't really know the case that well. So if you see me looking off camera, it's just me looking at my notes and reading off the shit that I wrote last night because I really don't know much other than like certain names and shit like that. But here goes nothing. So, this is the case of Cassie Jo Stoddard, which is considered the real life Scream murder. It was fucking spooky, right? There's not a ton of information about who Cassie was as a person. What I do have down here is that she was born on December 21st, 1989, which is literally 5 days before I was born, in Pocatello, Idaho. Pocatello is a smaller community, not much going on there, a lot of Mormons, who knows, who gives a fuck that place. She was 16 years old when she was murdered, by the way, which is very sad. Her brother describes her as a very artistic, creative, uh, headstrong, beautiful girl who had a lot of friends and a lot going for her, and he looked up to her even though they were only a year apart, which is makes me even more fucking sad. You know, I have siblings and I look up to some of them. I don't know, it's sad. But she went to Pocatello High School when this happened. She had a boyfriend named Matt Beckham. He doesn't play a role in the murder per se. He's not the killer either, but his part in everything does play like a pivotal role later on in the case. Damn, I look really good in this lighting. Holy shit. Anyway, let's get back on topic. Now, the killers were actually her boyfriend Matt's friends and her friends, Tori Adamczyk and Brian Draper. Two fucking stupid names for two fucking stupid motherfuckers. Ugh, I hate them. You guys are gonna fucking hate them when I'm done telling you everything. There's not much about their background that I really cared to jot down. I don't really give a fuck about them. They can go fucking rot in hell for all I care. But I will say that they were big horror movie buffs. They wanted to plan this murder based on the Scream movie. They were like huge Scream fans. And now I have a problem with that too, because if they wanted to be like the Scream movies, didn't they fucking watch them? Like every killer in the Scream films gets caught and murdered at the end. Like, how fucking dumb can you be? Like, if you're gonna model your fucking real life crimes after a movie, at least make it like something cool. I don't know. Not that what happened to this poor girl is cool or funny or anything by any means. I just want to put that out there. I'm just saying, like, the whole life imitating art thing is just so fucking dumb to me. I don't know. But I also have a few things to say about this too. That because they were big horror movie fans. Now, let me just say, I'm a big horror movie fan, and I'm not out here trying to plot murderers and kill people and shit like that. So that's how you know this was a nature versus nurture thing, that they had already had that desire in them. And the only thing that the horror movies were guilty of, by the way, they did what Stu and Billy did from the first Scream, is blame the horror movies for their crimes, which is fucking the most idiotic bullshit I've ever seen or heard in my life. So yeah, like if you fucking are, watching a horror movie, the horror movie is basically nurturing your already murderous nature. So they were already like that. You can't blame the movies or the fucking shows or the entertainment or the video games or any of that shit out there for your fucking choices. So that is that. That's all I'm saying about it. So yeah, they wanted to be theatrical. They wanted to do a real life Scream movie. They were literally filming a movie. They were filming each other, talking about the movie. They were going to record the killings. They had planned on killing, I think, 8 or 9 people. Cassie would be the first victim of several. And, not to say thank God that she, whatever, but thank God she was their only victim and that nobody else was harmed or murdered. Sorry, I need to smoke a cigarette, which is like my thing for these videos, I guess, because I get stressed out. So 1 second. But I guess they were in class with their video camera, and some people would come up to them and ask them what they were doing or what they were talking about, because they would talk about it openly, about killing people and what they're going to do, and they would just chalk it up to, oh, we're making a movie. And then people would be like, oh, can we be a part of the movie? And little did these people know that they were intended victims for their fucking horror movie. They wanted to get caught. They wanted to get famous off of this. They thought they were going to be like the next Ted Bundy and shit, which, by the way, Ted Bundy killed dozens of fucking people, maybe more, and was smart. Smart as fuck. These two, not so much. The dumbest fucking killers I have ever heard about in my life. And that's the main reason why I'm doing this, because I just want to talk shit about them, because they suck. So, they were... Oh, Brian, one of the killers, was very fascinated and obsessed with the Columbine murders, which already goes to show you what he was fucking like and where he was headed. Tori was more about the theatrics, wanted to dress up like Ghostface, do the phone calls, and they did all that shit too to this girl. So instead of giving all these details and backgrounds on what led up to the murder, just know that they had gotten a video camera, they found each other, they plotted out this murder, and that's pretty much that when it comes to their motives. Their motive isn't really anything more than just wanting to make a real life Scream movie, like fucking idiots. Sorry, I'm getting a little out there because I'm just so fucking worked up over this case. You guys have no idea. So let's get to... Hold on, you guys. Sorry. Just give me a moment. Okay, let's get to the night of the murder. Let's go to the night before the murder, actually, before they did it. September 21st, 2006. Brian and Tori were in Brian's car, recording each other, talking about who is more evil and who, this and that, and how they're going to get away with it. And they were even like, this is how dumb these motherfuckers were. They were talking in the camera at the FBI, like the FBI would, like they were going to murder all these people and start a fucking, panic in the town and shit, and the FBI was going to be involved. They even had a message for the FBI in case they found the video saying, oh, if you seen this, FBI, you're too late. Well, no, you guys are too fucking late because you were caught after the first fucking murder. Sorry, my hair looks like shit. I don't even know if I'm going to post this video or not, but if I do, then just kind of bear with my antics, okay? So, fast forward to the next night, the night of the murder, September 22nd, 2006. Cassie was house sitting for her aunt and uncle Alice and Frank Contreras on Whispering Cliffs in northeast Bannock County, which I think was in the same state that they're all in, right? She's house sitting for the weekend, of course, watching the animals and stuff like that. So her boyfriend Matt, now here's where Matt comes into play. Matt is friends with Tori and Brian, right? Now Matt is with Cassie at this house that night. So he hits up Tori and Brian and says, hey, you guys want to come over? We're all going to watch a movie. So that was like their open invite. They knew she was going to be home alone because she had talked to them. They were all friends and yada, yada, yada. They had it all planned out. But this was like kind of a thwart in their plan because they didn't want to kill Matt. They didn't want to kill him at all. That was their fucking friend. They just wanted to kill Cassie. But they said in the video that if Matt was still there or if he got in the way, they'd just fucking kill him and be like, oh, lost a friend, yada, yada. So, yeah, that's how little value they had for his life. So, Matt invites them over. Cassie's not too thrilled about it. She's like, okay, whatever. I thought it was just going to be me and my man watching a movie. So they come over, and she gives them a tour of the house. While she's setting up the movie for them all to watch, Tori goes in the basement and unlocks the basement door. That was like step one in their plan. They go upstairs, they're watching the movie. In the middle of the movie they were watching is Kill Bill Volume 2, by the way. Not that that really matters because, whatever. It was a big movie at the time. But Tori and Brian get up and they're like, oh, we're gonna go see a movie instead, which is fucking dumb. You're already at a house watching a movie. Why would you go pay to go see a movie? But anyway, I guess it's because this is how they were gonna kill her. So they leave around, let's see what time it says here. Hold on, you guys. They say approximately, it was about 8 or 9 when they left, right? So they leave to go see a movie, and they actually go park their car a few houses down and get their gear on. Like, they got dressed in all black clothes, black gloves. They even put on the white mask from the movie, like the Ghostface mask. One of them actually had the Ghostface mask. The other had just like this plain Jabberwocky mask on. Terrifying as fuck. I'm sure there's pictures of it, but I know exactly the mask that they had on because I heard it in another podcast. So anyway, they get ready to go kill her, and they sneak in through the basement, not knowing Matt was still there, by the way. So they cut the power to the house, and they freak the fuck out. Matt calls his mom and says, hey, power's out. Cassie's freaking out. She don't want to be here alone. Can I stay the night? Matt's mom says, absolutely fucking not. I'm picking you up, but Cassie can come stay the night if she wants to. Cassie says no. Poor fucking thing says no. She has to stay and watch the house. She don't want to leave the animals. She understood. So the power gets turned back on. Matt calls Brian and Tori. I'm like, hey man, like, can you guys come and check on Cassie? Little did he know they were already in the fucking basement, ready to kill this girl. So approximately 10:30 p.m., Matt's mom picked him up, leaving Cassie at the house alone by herself. Matt called Tori's cell phone again to meet up with them later, but he also assumed that they were at the theater, so that's why they were talking quiet on the phone, but they were in the basement, yada yada yada. I already got that part. So Matt leaves. Cassie's home alone, freaked the fuck out, but she's still in the living room watching the movie. From the basement, Brian and Tori hear Matt leave. They cut the power again, right when he leaves. And they head upstairs. Well, they hoped Cassie would come downstairs, by the way, and she didn't. She was like, fuck that, I'm staying upstairs. She's calling her aunt and uncle. She's calling another friend while this is going on because she didn't want to be alone, which I can't blame the girl, you know what I mean? Like, who the fuck would? So these two motherfuckers cut the lights back on, eventually, and they go upstairs, armed with the knife, like the scream knife. They have the actual scream knives, by the way. And Cassie was in the living room. Sorry, this is kind of hard to tell you guys because this is really sad. So they get up to the living room, they see her laying there, and they brutally attack her and stab her. It says here she was stabbed over 30 times, 12 of them were potentially fatal. And that was how she was murdered. Now, after they left, they got the video camera and they recorded themselves like the two fucking idiots they are, saying, oh my god, we just killed Cassie, holy fucking shit, I can't believe we actually did it, holy fucking shit, yada yada yada. What do they fucking think? Oh my god. So the investigation, okay, so let's get into the investigation. Throughout the investigation of the murder, the police found that they recorded the murder, yada yada yada. The footage, sorry, I'm like getting off track. The footage was shown at their case, their trial. They were arrested on September 27, 2006 and charged with first-degree murder and conspiracy to commit first-degree murder. During the interrogations, each team blamed the other. Brian Draper claimed that he was in the same room with Adam Chick when Cassie was killed, but denied stabbing her. He later admitting to stabbing her, allegedly under commands from Adam Chick. He led the investigators to Black Rock Canyon where the youths had disposed of the clothing, masks, and knives they used for the murder. So there you have it. That's what they did. That's how it went down, and they're rotting for fucking life, as they should. But let me tell you about Tori real quick. I just found out that Tori and his parents, well, it's mostly his fucking crazy parents, and there's like some episode on Investigation Discovery about children or teenagers who were accused of murders, and they're like literally standing by their innocence till the very fucking end. But his parents like are the most fucking insane people ever. I guess they like, whenever he like is ready to admit he fucking did this crime, even though they already know like he did it and he's in prison for life, every time he goes on camera to like admit to actually doing it, his parents like cut in. They're like, no, he's innocent. He's innocent. It was all Brian. Brian fucking forced him, blah, blah, blah. So that's just like so fucking insane to me. Just admit it. You're in prison for the rest of your life. Your parents have no control over you anymore. You're a grown ass man. You're in your 30s. Literally just fucking admit you killed this girl. So I know this wasn't like a super duper long video and like an in-depth detailed case, but I thought it would be more in tune of like the whole horror movie aspect of it. If you guys want to research it yourself, go right ahead. That's on you to fill in all the blanks. But it's pretty clear cut what happened, and you know, it's really tragic and sad that people actually use entertainment as an excuse for their vile behavior. And I could never fucking imagine doing something like that. It fucking baffles me, to be honest with you. But that's the case. I'm sorry it wasn't sorry it was a little sloppy. Not gonna lie, it was a little sloppy. I just got worked up because this whole fucking thing is just sad and tragic, and I can't believe it happened. This poor girl. But both their dumbasses got caught trying to be like killers who don't succeed in these movies. Like your first fucking, hold on, sorry. Someone was calling me on the computer. So anyway, that's the case. I hope you guys enjoyed it. My next one will be out tomorrow sometime, and I definitely know that one a lot better than this one. I just kind of want to get something out there for you guys today, just to tie you over. But yeah, thank you for watching, and see you next time. Happy Halloween.